That which is cosmic awareness is available. Please proceed.
Today's date is July the 29th, 2020. Voice of Cosmic Awareness is Will Berlinghoff. Questioner and energizer is Dee Dee. Awareness, is there an opening message for the public today?
That there is an opening message for the public. That you have entered the Twilight Zone. And that all things that are going down at this time, politically, socially, economically, even the events between nations and with the false pandemic virus, is all part of that which you would call the Twilight Zone, where nothing is completely as it seems, where nothing seems real by the measure that was once used to measure that state of reality that was your comfort zone. Therefore, in the times of the Twilight Zone, the actions needed are not the typical actions that once prevailed, not the typical actions that one used to support oneself in their own version of reality based on a shared concept of reality, a shared concept with many others, be it a family, be it a group, be a religious congregation, be it a state legislature or even a national legislature. That these times, the times of the Twilight Zone, require flexibility and balance. They require an ability to be the observer to events until those events show themselves to the degree needed by the individual to understand what they themselves need to call in their own personal lives. That which is sacred neutrality, as this awareness calls it, is indeed the ability to observe both sides of the coin before flipping it or spinning it in particular, where that two-sided coin becomes a spinning orb, where one cannot see either of the two sides of the coin. That which is the white side or that which is the black side in the spinning coin merge into a oneness, a different form, a different shape altogether. And as the coin spins, you are able to adjust to that which is the thought and the beliefs needed to support the spinning coin. For when it stops spinning and falls down, either on the side of the light or the side of the darkness, is when action takes place. But while the coin is spinning, while you are observing the events, you are in that place of integration that can take aboard information that will better prepare you for the decision that you will make when the coin stops spinning. Also, as you are in the Twilight Zone, that which was part of a comfort zone previously, certainly in the Twilight Zone, is no longer as comfortable. Therefore, understanding that the space you are in right now does indeed need flexibility and does not yet at this moment perhaps require an action on your part, that you can internalize the process. You can bring it into your being. And so you are not assaulted by only those events in the exterior, on the outside of the circle of your own being, but rather you can access that which is the internal knowing and knowledge, the assistance and aids from those various parts of your own being that exist outside of the format of third-dimensional reality that you live your life by. These are indeed changing times. And the way to work with change is to go with it, to flow with it, not to remain static, not to root yourself so deeply into the earth that you think you will never be blown over. For these are the times of the storms. And the storm that is raging at this time is the storm for the very heart and soul of humanity itself. This awareness has in the past mentioned that you are in Armageddon, that you are in the end times, that these are the times that you have waited for. So that now, as you watch the actions of terrorists and ones with ones with a hidden agenda and trying to force their will upon the nation, upon the people, that you can, because you are internal, see that which is the truth or the lie of what is being given to you by whomever gives it. As you connect to that which is your inner source, that which is always available if you know how to look for it, how to work it, that this will bring you guidance in your life in these troubled times, in this twilight zone of reality. Understand that this time is your time for that process of opening up to that which this awareness has called the multiple dimensional self, or the multi-dimensional self. That there are aspects of you that far exceed that which is the limited and constrained small human that you are told you are. And that these other parts of your own being that coexist with you are accessible as you work the magic, as you work that belief system that allows you to go beyond the veil that is normally drawn down for the many who are having this third-dimensional earthly experience. Make no mistake, it does not mean you are freed completely of a third-dimensional action-reaction paradigm. But when you understand the rules of that paradigm are much different than what you were taught, much greater, much expanded to the limited version of the game you are given, then each time you roll the dice, you can wish for double numbers so that you can advance even more quickly along the pathway of the game, be it Monopoly or Trivial Pursuit. In any event, you are here in very special times. And at this moment, when the madness is the most extreme, this awareness simply says, know thyself. Know who you are. Know that these are the special times, the very times that you have chosen to be involved in, to be part of. And that which is the chaos that is occurring around you, allow it to flow without becoming hooked into it. It does not mean that when you are ready to make the decision, when you are ready to perhaps hang up the national flag or declare yourself as one of the silent majority who no longer wishes to be silent, that this cannot be so, for it will be so, especially if you have freed yourself from the illusion of power that also is still playing itself out at this time. Therefore, this awareness says that while you are in the twilight zone, make it the magical mystery tour, the journey into that which previously may never have occurred to you, because you were not playing in such a field of diversity and possibility and potential. And now that you are, understand that this is part of the grand game. That this is for you to play, not as a victim, but rather as a co-creator in that which is unfolding. And as you hold that you are a creator being who is just discovering themselves, allow yourself the latitude to make mistakes. As long as you are willing to review mistakes, to review decisions, to review actions taken, and know that everything is part of the learning process, part of the expansion of consciousness that is rapidly taking place at this time. Know also that this is not a permanent situation you are facing. And while it is so that there are those that would emphasize this is the new normal, that this is not necessarily the normal that you will need to endure for the rest of your life if it is unfavorable to you. But rather, the new normal that you are seeking is one that is in alignment with Spirit and Source, that allows you to open up to the greater capacity of your own being and the expansion of your own consciousness in the times when the divine Source itself has re-entered the game and is actually the one rolling the dice. Therefore, go forward now. Watch the game. Sit and enjoy the unraveling of it all. Enjoy the popcorn. And you will see that in a few short months, everything that seems at this moment as utterly impossible will have shifted so much that you truly will be in a new reality mindset, and a new world has dawned. Have faith, have trust, have patience, believe in your capacity to be part of the solution and not part of the problem. Know that the divine Source itself is very involved in that which is the outcome. And thus this awareness can say as well that it has already determined the timeline that is now available, into which all other timelines have converged. Have converged, not will converge. It is already that which is a done deal. And as you hold to this, and as you observe your surroundings that seem to be going in slow motion, remember, it is the motion and the speed of the motion that is the right speed and the right motion for these times. And as things move forward, you will come to that point of breakthrough, both on a personal level as well as a general collective level. But the point truly is, it is your journey. You have chosen it. You have chosen to be here in these most magical of times, to partake in this magical mystery tour of adventure, creation, and fulfillment, to the grander destiny that is the human destiny that awaits it now. And so it is. That this completes the public message at this time.
Thank you, Awareness.